Welcome to Cord Cutting Today for February 6th, 2020. This is the show where I break down some of the biggest stories happening in the world of cord cutting right now and give you my opinion on them. Now, this is my opinion. If you want to learn more about these stories, check out the show notes down below. Put a link to each story there so you can read them for yourself and come up with your own opinions. I'd love to hear from you. If you're new here, do me a huge favor. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that thumbs up. Really appreciate it because it lets YouTube know you enjoy what we do here, and hopefully we can help you break free from the high cost of cable TV and still watch the shows you enjoy. While a lot has been happening recently, I'm going to dive into this, but we're going to start off with a deal of the day. Right now, at least when I'm recording this, these sale prices have been fluctuating very quickly in Roku recently, but the Roku Ultra 2019 with the new improved remote, better processor, that kind of stuff, is on sale for just $74.46. So $74.46, lowest price that I know of in 2020, and it's a really good deal. So if you've been thinking about Roku Ultra, if you don't looking to travel or do anything like that, this may be one of the best deals out there for a Roku. Now, don't wait, prices change all the time. Also, I do know it was on sale at a better deal on Black Friday, but if you can invent a time machine for me so we can go back and get more Roku Ultras for the Black Friday pricing, you let me know. But for now, this is the best price I can get out there at this moment. So check it out. Link in the show notes if you want to learn more and find out where to get it. All right, Comcast had a bad 2019. Now, in fairness, it wasn't nearly as bad as AT&T had because AT&T lost millions of subscribers, but Comcast lost 733,000 TV subscribers in 2019. That is absolutely devastatingly bad, and Comcast is warning that they will continue to see their subscriber numbers fall, and the growth of that will continue in 2020. So, keeping a very close eye on this. We're kind of breaking down all the numbers. We still got to hear from Dish and some other big ones. It'll be interesting. Comcast is not nearly as bullish as AT&T. AT&T's like, hey, 2019 was a bloodbath. We know that. Whatever. We don't care because 2020 is going to be awesome. Comcast doesn't seem to have the same theory. Now, they do say that Peacock, their new ad-supported free streaming service that will have some premium tiers also, they hope that that will help offset some of the losses from their TV department, but they seem a lot less confident about it than AT&T is with their HBO Max and AT&T TV. We'll keep an eye on that. Fingers crossed that that happens, because at some point, streaming is going to have to overtake this before the whole TV model falls apart. On the flip side, this is a self-inflicted wound, Comcast. You did this to yourself. You got fat and lazy on the idea that you had no competition, really. And now you're finding out, hey, I have competition, but I'm so used to being fat and lazy in the business world that I can't move forward. I can't get past the idea of huge profit margins. I can't get past the idea of this big bloated bundle that I just can't get around. And that's what I mean when I say fat and lazy. They got used to the idea that I can bundle everything. I can charge a ridiculous price. If you want ESPN, guess what? You got to pay for another 50 channels that you don't care about. Now they're finding themselves in a real trouble because there's competition that's eating them alive because they're much more agile, much more flexible, much more better priced, and increasingly better customer service. So we'll see what happens there. Get your predictions then. 1 million, 2 million, 3 million? Let me know. All right, so a blast from the past, Omniverse. If you remember this service in the end of 2018, early 2019, this was one of the hottest things in cord cutting. Omniverse was working through a whole host of companies, including Silicon Dust and others, to offer these streaming services. So a lot of small companies were offering streaming packages online at good prices with a decent lineup to be very competitive. The problem here later on came in early 2019 that ACE, the Alliance for Creativity and Entertainment, which represents a ton of major media companies, sued, saying, Omniverse, you don't have permission to do this. Omniverse countered, say, hey, we have this contract with a company called Hovsat. I hope I'm saying that right, H-O-V-S-A-T. that gives us rights. They have a contract, a 100-year contract they called it, that allows them to resell it to people like Omniverse, which allows Omniverse to resell it to people like Silicon Dust and more to go offer a live TV streaming service. Well, late last year in November, Ace won their judgment, got a $50 million fine against them, and they were banned from running similar services. Now Omniverse is turning around and suing Offset, saying, hey, Offset made promises to us that they had the rights. When the legal stuff came, they vanished and they refused to help us defend ourselves, basically. I'm paraphrasing everything here. So we want them to pay our $50 million in damages. That should be interesting. Now, Offset is reportedly, I can't confirm this, but I've heard from other sources, and it's been reported in other places, that the owner of that site or that company is not in the U.S. anymore and may be having his own investigation. They have not been defending themselves in court or answering court documents or appearing in court. So it actually may not be a bad strategy by Omniverse to come in and sue them, because maybe they could get a default judgment. Even if collecting ends up being a problem, they can at least turn to Ace's lawyers and say, hey, you want your $50 million? Well, we have this $50 million judgment against Offset. You go collect it. The money's yours. Or, hey, we're trying to collect this money to give it to you. They have an ability here to try to maybe get a default judgment to hold Ace off there. So very interesting. I mean, it's kind of sad that Omniverse folded for cord cutters because they offered competition. There was more and more of these competition ones out there. They did more and more interesting things, and the pricing was really good. Unfortunately, it seems that they didn't have the rights, at least according to this judge, that they needed. Now, Omniverse says, hey, we did all of our due diligence, we were honest, we were upfront, we were screwed over by Offset. Offset, this company, misrepresented the rights they sold to us, which in turn made us, we shouldn't be liable for this because we did nothing wrong. It was Offset. So this story is far from over, but it's very interesting. I know it's kind of fallen on the back burner now that a lot of these services shut down about halfway through last year. But again, these are a lot of precedent-setting cases. It'll be interesting to see how this moves forward. Let me know. Were you one of the Omniverse services? Did you have like Silicon Dust's premium HD home run TV service, or one of the other ones? If you did, let me know. I'd love to hear from you. All right, moving on. In 2020, a new study shows that 64% of all ads will be bought and shown through streaming video and traditional video services, with streaming video seeing a growing chunk of this. Video ads, especially through streaming players like Fire TV and from Amazon and other people, Roku's ad sale team, and more, are becoming a bigger and bigger part of ad budgets. As that happens, we're seeing more and more services like IMDb TV and Stir trying to cash in on this by offering free content that's ad supported. With that, they get a bigger chunk of it, Pluto TV too, and many others. As more and more ad dollars move into streaming, move into video, you're probably going to see more and more top-rate content become available for free with ads because it can actually be profitable. So keep a close eye on this. This may sound like inside baseball, why do we care, all that. The truth is, the ad dollars, if it's not flowing in, services like Pluto, Stir, IMDb TV, the Roku channel, and more, just wouldn't be around anymore. So this is really good for cord cutters. I hope this trend continues, because as it continues, it will mean that we'll have more and more ad dollars that we'll be able to pour into cord cutting and get more and more ad-supported free services. Fingers crossed, it'll become a reality. It's also helped over-the-air TV. Court TV used to be a cable network, came back as an over-the-air free network because primarily of the growing ad market for over-the-air TV. These video dollars are increasing, are also going to over-the-air TV stations. That's why many companies are very excited about ATSC 3.0, the new over-the-air TV standard we talked about earlier this week, because it allows them to go and launch more of these channels, bring in more ad dollars, and you, the end consumer, the cord cutters, doesn't cost you anything. Just one more free option out there. So keep an eye on this. We're going to be watching it, but I got a feeling that 2020, especially 2021, 2022 and more, we're really going to see a growth in ad-supported streaming, ad-supported TV over there. And to do that, though, we need the ad dollars. And now it's starting to seem like that's becoming a reality. All right. Not going to cover it too much in this video, but over at cordcuttersnews.com, cordcuttersnews.com, link in the show notes, I posted my top 10 best free Roku channels for 2020. I know a lot of people are getting new Rokus. We're getting thousands of new cord cutters every single day, thousands of new readers every single day here at cordcuttersnews.com, and hundreds of new subscribers on our YouTube channel. A lot of people have been asking me, I got a Roku, I want a bunch of free channels. I don't want to pay for 20 services. What would you recommend? And that's what I came up with. So check out that list down below. If you've had a Roku for a while, leave me a comment on it. Let me know what you think I should add to that list from the official Roku channel store, please, only. I'd love to hear from you. I will have one soon for the Fire TV and Apple TV, but I've been noticing just a lot of people want it. That kind of content. Roku has announced that the fastest growing segment of cord cutting is free ad-supported streaming. So I get it, it's free. It's actually surprisingly good content. Like we were talking about, growth of ad sales means better content on these services. So let me know if you have a recommendation. All right, also Starz, kind of rip through a few stories real quick. Starz has announced their 2020 lineup, and they have a huge section for Black History Month for February. So check that out. February lineup from Starz, link in the show notes. If you've been thinking about trying Starz or you are a Starz subscriber, full breakdown down below. And also, the last story up of the day, streaming has increased by 58% in the fourth quarter. Not necessarily cord cutting, but we're seeing more and more cable subscribers do more streaming. As more services offer great free content, as more things become available exclusively in streaming, we're seeing like ESPN Plus bring more sports, BTN Plus for more Big Ten sports, and more. Increasingly, cable subscribers are turning to streaming. So check this out, link in the show notes for that. But I'd love to know, do you find yourself streaming more? Not necessarily, it doesn't mean there's more people streaming, but people are streaming more often. One of the reasons I canceled cable way back in the day, wow, it's like 7 years ago now. That's very scary to me. It just doesn't seem like it's been that long, but it has. Was because I realized the majority of what I watched was streaming. A lot of it was Netflix, Hulu, and Amazon being the big three I had at the time. And when I was like, man, if I'm paying $115, whatever it was, $117, somewhere in that range for DirecTV at the time, and I already have Netflix, I already have Amazon, I added Hulu after we canceled, why am I watching most of my content on Netflix and Amazon, but paying the most for cable? That was one of the big breaking points. I think as this rate goes up, as more and more people are streaming, cord cutting is going to grow even faster, because I think people are like me, where at some point you realize, hey, a majority of my viewing is not on traditional cable pay TV, it's on these streaming services. So let me know, was that you? Are you thinking about cord cutting because you've noticed your trend of, hey, I'm watching most of my stuff here, but I'm paying the most for cable? Let me know. I'd love to hear from you. Well, that's it for today. I'll be back tomorrow. Thank you to everybody for your support. Really appreciate it. Real quick, if you ever find any tips or tricks or cord cutting news that you want to share, you think would be good to share with our readers, go to cordcuttersnews.com, cordcuttersnews.com, link in the show notes. Click on the Contact Us button. Be as detailed as possible. Include a link if it's something you saw online. Let us know what you found, and maybe your tip could be the next news story you see on this video or over at cordcuttersnews.com. And don't forget to check out cordcuttersnews.com, because we post a lot there that we can't post here. There's a lot more happening in the world of cord cutting right now than can fit in these 13, 15-minute videos. So check it out so you don't miss any of the biggest stories. I really appreciate your support. I'll be back tomorrow. Take care, everybody. Be safe. Stay warm. It's cold out there. I'll see you real soon.